Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Intan Carolina. In this presentation, I will discuss the study conducted by me and Dr. Kohar from State University of Malang entitled Student Activeness in Mathematics Learning Using Comic on Social Arithmetic Topic. Media, as a part of learning environment, is something that the teacher needs to notice to support student learning. Media refers to anything that carries information between information source and the receiver. Visual modality is one of student learning modalities that teacher can consider to design the learning process. Visual modality is student visual understanding in the learning process, including reading text, graphic, or seeing an event. Comic is student learning tool that use visual modality. Reading material is called comic if it contains word and sequential image created in units. Comic can present complex material in readable text and can assist in teaching learning process. Many researchers show the effectiveness of using comic in learning. The use of comic as teaching material can increase student interest in learning. Student interest and motivation in learning mathematics are low. It happens because mathematics is considered as complex subject to understand. That perception is caused by their mathematics learning experience that is not directly related to their daily life. Therefore, mathematics become challenging to be imagined and understood. Some research show that comic can help students in relating abstract concepts of mathematics to a context that may be easier to be imagined and understood. One of the mathematics topics that are related to everyday life but difficult to understand is social arithmetic. So, it is necessary to find learning solutions that can increase student motivation and interest in learning social arithmetic. Student interest and motivation in class can be seen based on student activeness in the learning process. Therefore, the research examined whether comic can increase student interest and motivation in learning social arithmetic. 26 students of 7th graders studying at Kalijogo Junior High School were recruited for this study. The students were divided into 6 groups. This research was conducted offline before COVID-19 pandemic. Descriptive qualitative is a well-established approach used in this research. Observation sheets were used to guide in observing student learning activeness. Students analyzed the story presented in the comic to determine the meaning of profit, losses, gross, net, share, and taxes related to daily life situation. Besides that, we also gave questionnaire to students to find out their opinion about the comic usage. Based on the analysis, most of the group show active participation. However, there was still group whose activeness was not very good. This may be caused by the group member selection that did not pay attention to the student abilities. Thus, students with low skill dominated a group, causing the group to be inactive. The study result showed that student activeness in reading comic was good. The student questionnaire showed that all students find the learning media exciting and easy, making students want to study mathematics further. Student active participation in activities involving the teacher was classified as good, because the learning practice carried out by the teacher were also good. Students tend not to be active in activities involving their communication ability, such as explaining to group members and presenting their discussion result. This can be caused by student lack of confidence, student focus difficulty, and etc. etc. Student behavior found in this research can also be grouped based on 4 types according to Giliu. The 4 types are full integration, participation in the circumstance, marginal interaction, and silence observation. Students with full integration behavior are actively involved in class discussion, know what they have to say, and know what they are not allowed to say. Students with participation in the circumstance, influenced by many factors, make their participation and interaction less in the learning process. Students whose behavior classified as marginal interaction act as listener rather than the speaker. And the last, students with the silent observation behavior tend to avoid verbal participation in the class. From this study, we can conclude that the student activeness in each stage of learning social arithmetic using comic is classified as good. The students tend to be inactive at the learning stage, which requires communication skill. Group member selection that do not consider student abilities will result in highly active groups and highly inactive groups. Furthermore, we also suggest other researchers to examine the application of comic on various topics of mathematics learning, especially the topic which difficult to be imagined by students. That's all of my presentation. Thank you.